To speak, it's not a word, but verlan means a way to speak. It means like upside down. And you say words upside down. For example, like car, voiture, you can say tu revois.
Tu revois?
Tu revois instead of voiture. It's like you say the word upside down.
Ooh.
Ouf.
Oof. Crazy?
Who is ouf in upside down?
Oh my gosh. Oh mon Dieu.
Tell me another word.
J'ai oublié beaucoup.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement. From the coaches to the players, to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
I'll look at the West All-Stars starting group. Antetokounmpo is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Harden, and it's Jokic in at the 5 spot.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such...
It's a completely new group for the East All-Stars.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
LeBron passes to Lillard. Here's MP. And that one, good.
Lillard's passing game, a thing of beauty. Got that ball to a guy who had a quality look and got it to him on time.
Here's DeRozan. And his first shot of the game, no good. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action, spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about. It's always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Three-pointer, Randall. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Randall's got 6.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
Lillard with it. Still scoreless. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You see Towns with the big, sure hand controlling that putback.
The West leading by 15. To the middle, here's Williamson, and the rejection by MP. And here we go, the East with a fast break. Lillard dishes to MP. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
And so Morant will bring it up for the West All-Stars. The pass to Randall. He kicks it to Williamson. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by MP. Here's Towns. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
The West leading by 10. Morant scanning the floor. Randall and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's James. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Morant against Lillard. For three, Booker. And it's the East with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And Booker kicks to Morant. Randall against Towns. To the paint. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And it's Towns missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Trying to get something going. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 8.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
James finds MP. Lillard outside. Back to MP. And the dunk by MP.
And there's no doubt that Lillard is a pure scorer. But it's good to see him focus on his passing, wanting to make his teammates better.
DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Booker in the corner. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lillard against Morant. It's good. And that's 11 points for MP.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Morant outside. No one near him. And that one released in time, but no good. Julius Randle getting it done for the West. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. Back with you. Substitution here for the East. MP's checked in for Joel Embiid. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Kawhi Leonard. LeBron, he's checked in for Tatum. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Brown. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Jimmy Butler. Booker, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Morant in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Morant is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Lillard against Morant. Here's Towns. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
DeRozan has that old-school game, a throwback wing. He's not just a three-point chucker, and that makes him a different kind of matchup.
To the inside, MP, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists here tonight. Morant kicks to Jokic. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Morant passes to Jokic. And the rejection by MP. LeBron dishes to Lillard. MP kicks to Lillard. At the top of the key, Towns. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this one.
Hey, a confident shooter like Towns doesn't need any time to get a shot up.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. DeRozan finds Morant. From 15 feet away, up again, Jokic on the phone. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that one.
Here's Lillard, and that one is good.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big time play there.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. West All-Stars out in front. And it's time to strap in as we get set. So it's the West All-Stars picking up the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our